YouTube, what's going on today, man? Listen, in today's video, we're going to be talking about a potential TikTok ban, but this one is real. I'm sure you guys have heard it 100 times that TikTok's going to get banned here in the States, but January 19th, January 20th, mark your calendar. Now, I guarantee everybody in here knows somebody that uses TikTok a lot. For me, that's my dad. You can't get my dad off this thing, man. He sends me 10 TikToks a day, my wife 10 TikToks a day. Nico don't have a phone, but if he did, he'd send my son 10 TikToks a day. Look, do what you want to do. Get your entertainment how you want to get it. I think people are back and forth on this TikTok ban thing. On the one hand, TikTok can help a lot of creators, a lot of small businesses. It's great for advertisement, and it is entertaining. On the other hand, what they're doing with this information when you download TikTok is actually quite concerning, man. So we're going to peel this one back a little bit. We're going to get to the bottom of it and see what's really going on. If you like today's YouTube video, don't forget to like the video, man. And drop a comment down below. Give me your thoughts. And do you think TikTok should be banned? I'm a little indifferent. I'm going to be honest with you. Enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in there. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace and love, gang. Jack, good morning, good afternoon. Look, I know you guys have probably heard about TikTok being banned for quite some time now here in America, but I think it actually might happen, and we're going to go over it. Look, the bottom line is I don't really use TikTok too much, but my dad does all the time. So we're about to see what's going on, and we're going to do it for Pops. You know what I mean?
So, you know how I said nothing ever happens? But there could actually be a happening right now. So there has been a very long back and forth.
That's pretty good.
Between China and America about TikTok being banned in America, because obviously China is a TikTok company, and America don't like that.
Right.
They think that TikTok is basically being used to spy on people. So the government are basically saying to TikTok, we are going to ban you in America forever. This is like the worst RDM case in Gmod imaginable. You are not going in that steel cage. No. You are being banned. Not for 1 month, not for a year. Perma-banned.
You've been a naughty boy.
Something might be happening. So they basically tried to appeal to the US court. The US court was like, we don't care. You're still getting banned. Now, keep in mind, TikTok is basically the biggest social media app in the world.
Huge.
It's got 170 million users in just America alone. That's a lot of cheeseburgers. That's a lot of people in the comment section saying y'all and bruh, and then the sob emoji with the prayer hands, and then the skull emoji. Now, like I said earlier, America is concerned about TikTok's links to China, mostly because TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a Chinese media conglomerate. I'd also like to point out that ByteDance has multiple locations, like for example in Beijing, but also in the Cayman Islands.
Conglomerate, spell that right now. Spell that in the comments right now. Don't Google it.
I wonder why. There could be nothing for tax reasons there why you would set up in the Cayman Islands.
There's no income tax, company or corporation tax, inheritance tax, capital gains, or gift tax. Well.
So the American government basically thought that China was using TikTok to steal and spy on people's data. And then the Americans said, no, you can't do that. Only we get to do that to our own citizens, not you. And then TikTok, realizing how much money they were going to lose with people streaming at 3 in the morning, being given 7 roses, had a complete panic attack. And they immediately filed an emergency motion for injunction to try and, prevent the ban from happening. However, the Federal Appeals Court actually completely denied that request entirely. And it's even gone as far as the leaders of the House China Committee have actually sent letters to Apple and Google urging them to get ready to take TikTok off of the App Store. Now, the funny thing is, this is basically going to become a Flappy Bird situation, because if this happens in January, if the thing happens, and believe me, nothing ever happens,
it's supposed to happen in January
again. But most of you probably already have it saved on your phone. So it's a Flappy Bird situation where every single American phone with TikTok on will now be worth infinitely more. You will have people selling like used iPhones and Samsungs on eBay just because it has TikTok installed on it. Now, the weird thing is, though, Flappy Bird was a game that was like never really updated. There was no cosmetics, no skins, sadly no battle pass.
This happened with Flappy Bird? Way.
No loot crates. But TikTok is an app that gets frequently updated, usually because of like the algorithm and more TikToks being uploaded. The thing is, once this app gets pulled, it's not going to receive any more updates. So you're going to have this like weird version of TikTok that is eventually just going to become incredibly outdated. And because of how quick the internet moves, in about 5 days, your FYP is going to be older than a T-Rex. But there could be a shining light in the darkness. One way to get TikTok back so I can lie in my bed and doom scroll at people that are doing better than me. Because Donald Trump certified orange congressman has actually said himself during his presidential run that he wanted to get TikTok back.
For all of those that want to save TikTok in America, vote for Trump. The other side's closing it up.
Now, the funny thing is, the official ban for TikTok in America is set to be on the 19th of January, and that is one day before Trump is set to come into the White House. I also do want to say as well, there is one small chance that...
Wait, we need Joe Biden to do something for once? Oh, God. Oh, God.
TikTok does not get banned, and the only way that that's going to happen now is if TikTok sells itself to an American company. But obviously, China, America... They don't really like each other too much. It's like the two bitchy kids at high school. They pretend to be friends. No, they're not. So orchestrating a deal where a Chinese company being sold to America, that's going to be very, very difficult.
I went down a TikTok rabbit hole yesterday.
Yeah, it's good.
I stayed home, smoked a little weed, and I started reading up on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Relatable.
I'm going to read you this because this is so crazy.
Is it good or bad?
Bad.
So what are you saying? It's a bad place to be?
Listen to this. This is from TikTok's privacy policy.
Quick pause in the YouTube video to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. It's a packed football weekend. Download Underdog. Use code MFAM. You can predict how individuals will play and if they're going to have great games or maybe horrible games like Kirk Cousins the other night. Have a little fun out there. Do it responsibly and best of luck. Back to the video. It is weird.
It said, we collect certain information about the device you use to access the platform, such as your IP address, user region. This is really crazy. User agent, mobile carrier, time zone settings, identifiers for advertising purpose, model of your device, the device system, network type, device IDs, your screen resolution and operating system, app and file names and types. So all your apps and all your file names, all the things you have filed away on your phone, they have access to that. File names and types, keystroke patterns or rhythms. So they're monitoring your keystrokes, which means they know every fucking thing you type. Battery state, audio settings, and connected audio devices where you log in from multiple devices. We will be able to use your profile information to identify your activity across devices. We may also associate you with information collected from devices other than those you use to log into the platform, meaning they can use other computers that you're not even using to log into TikTok. They can suck the data off that. That's what you're agreeing to when you download and start using TikTok. That's wild.
It's insane. My question would be, do you think they did that? They created TikTok just on purpose to have all that?
100%.
Wow.
I think
or they created it, it got huge, and they realized, they're like, yo, let's do some shiesty shit, you know?
Saw that people are addicted to social media.
Right, that part.
And they came up with the most addictive version of social media, which is TikTok. It's the most addictive by far. It's the best for sucking people in. My kids are fucking hook, line, and sinkered on that shit. And I know a lot of other people are hook, line, and sinkered to grown people.
Do you guys use TikTok? I'm never on there. I am on Instagram and Twitter, though. Which, I mean, look, conceptually, it's pretty close. And it's kind of like the same thing anyways, you know. But I'm not on TikTok like that.
Good.
It's good. And it starts playing things immediately. The moment you turn it on, it's like playing you a new thing, playing you a new thing. You're like, ah! And you just sucked into it. And all the while, it's monitoring your keystrokes, your audio settings. But by audio settings, that means it has access to your microphone. That means it's listening to you right
Just tell me how it ends,
now.
man.
It ends with China having all of your data.
Like, say one day you could go to a website, right, to buy something, okay?
Yeah.
And China has the information of the website. It has your information. And they could wonder if they could like put their own website over it. So you actually just buy it and they send it to you from China and they make the money and that company never even gets there.
I'm sure they could do that. It'd be even worse. How about this? Maybe you develop something. You develop some new innovative technology.
All right.
But you develop it using an internet that's connected with Huawei devices or some other device that the Chinese government has infiltrated and put third-party access to. So they infiltrate all of your secrets, and when you go to market, they've already created it. So they already have put people to work building the thing that you have worked so hard to develop. They put engineers on it, and they do it. So all of our intellectual property, all of our creative pursuits in terms of like innovation, they steal all that.
Wow.
And they just
Take it before you even
they
finish it.
Build it over there. Do you know they have Apple stores in China that have nothing to do with Apple? Everything's counterfeit.
Oh, dude! One time I went to this Starbucks one time in Jamaica. Right? We went in there and somebody had just stolen a Starbucks sign and put it up outside of this place. So we go in and the guy's like, "Welcome to the Starbucks Lounge." He's like, "Can I get you a smoothie?" And
It was in Jamaica?
Yeah, dude.
So he just had a Starbucks sign.
Yeah, it was like a smoothie shop, dude. It was so ridiculous, bro.
How do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
We'll take a look at TikTok. You know, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points. And
Oh, this
there
is
are
recent.
those that say that TikTok had something to do with that. Now, Joe Rogan did, and some of the other people that were recommended by my son Barron, he knew names. I said, "Who is that? Tell me, who's that?" "Dad, you got to be kidding. I can't believe you don't know." And I did those interviews, and it was actually sort of cute. Do you want to know the truth? But we did them, and that had an impact. But TikTok had an impact, and so we're taking a look at it. But you know, we won youth. Republicans are always 30 points down in youth. I don't know why, but we ended up finishing. There was one poll that showed us down about 30. We were 35 or 36 points up with young people.
Wow.
So I have a little bit of a warm spot
Yeah,
in my heart, I'll be
not
honest.
normal.
Yes, President Trump.